Namaste, everybody. I'm Tamal Dodge. Welcome to BODHI. This is Daniel. He's going to be the model today. We'll do an hour of vinyasa practice. We're going to start in child's pose. Let's come onto your hands and knees, tops of your feet flat on the mat. Sit on your heels, place your forehead to the earth, and either arms extend forward or arms down by your sides. I like to have my big toes touching and the knees wide enough apart that the ribs hang right between the inner thighs. And we just settle. Starting the process of meditating on our inhales and our exhales. Transitioning from the rest of the day and setting aside this special period of time where we're just focusing on the simple actions of moving and breathing, moving and breathing. That beauty of simplicity. And from there, let's take a big inhale through your nose. Hold your breath at the top. Out of the mouth. Again, inhale deeply through the nose, holding at the peak. Let it go. Go back to breathing through the nose. Make your breath sound like you're fogging a mirror with your mouth shut. Finding the audible ujjayi. Let's extend your arms as far forward as they'll go. Spread your hands wide on the mat. So you're stretching the fingers and the webbing between the fingers. Pull your tailbone and your sit bones away from the arms. So you're getting space and length in the low back. Let's tuck your toes, lift your knees, find downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So the first down dog, if you want to pedal the legs out a little bit, shift your weight side to side. Do any fidgeting that feels appropriate. We all have our own little specific routine we run through. And then eventually we settle with the legs hips width apart. Heels disappear behind the toes. Arms are shoulder width apart. Fingers point forward, the hands spread nice and wide. We let the forearms lift. They get buoyant as they want to kind of hammock towards the floor. And then the upper outer arms, that's the outer tricep, outer deltoid, wraps back. That little external rotation is going to create this horseshoe shape at the top of the pectoralis and secures the shoulder girdle. And the belly goes in, the hips move back, the thigh bones move back, the lower leg bones move back. It's just going to help spread the sit bones, gives us that desired effect of stretching all the muscle fibers in the back sides of the legs. And while you're here, let's come up high on your toes. Drop your heels to the left. Let your toes turn to the right. This leaning dog, you're going to feel the femoral heads twisting around in the hip sockets, just creating that extra little opening, loosening. And then we're going to come up high on the toes to transition to the other side. Heels drop to the right, toes to the left. Come up high in the toes to come to center and the heels drive straight down. Let's come to plank, top of a push-up. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Think about the thumbs, the index, and the pinkies grounding down into the floor. That way the whole palm, or the palms of the hands, are grounding down into the earth, and then the forearms are going to hug in a little bit and then rotate in a little bit. The upper part of the arms, the upper outer arms wrap back, so the inner bicep shines forward. The belly goes in, the tailbone scoops towards the inner thighs, so the frontal hip points move up towards the chest. Then we draw the sternum forward. We breathe. You can always do this from your knees. Take a big inhale, then exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do that again. We're going to find an alternate variation. On an inhale, drift to plank and pause. Let's climb onto your right fingers. Notice how that right hip wants to hike up a bit. You want to drop the right hip an inch. That way the hips stay leveled out. We switch sides. Right palm down, climb onto the left fingers. Again, think about where the hips are in space. How do we get them square? Left palm down. Pause. Lift your right foot up an inch. Oh, I know. Right foot down, left foot up an inch. Left foot down, pause. We're going to lift both feet, both hands off the floor. I'm just kidding. And then downward facing dog. Run through some basic vinyasas just to stretch out the midline. On an inhale, drift to plank. And as you exhale, lean out lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll do 2 more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Let's do 1 more just breath cues. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Perfect. So we'll lift the right leg up. Take a moment to square your hips. Dorsiflex the right foot. That means the right toes point straight down, so the front of the right shin engages, and then the right inner thigh starts to work up a little. With your next exhale, we'll bring the right knee to the nose, shoulders are over the wrist, pause. Press the earth away, so you're rounding in your upper spine. There's that protraction in the shoulder. Then inhale, extend it back. Again, knee to nose. Extend it back on your own for 30 seconds. You set the pace. You're in control of your practice. And because we want to make this super fun today, let's meet with the leg extended back. Let's bring the right knee under and across the body to the left elbow. Then inhale, extend it back on your own in that sequence. Just igniting the core, stimulating the upper body, expediting the process of cultivating fire, Agni. Let's meet with the leg extended back. You probably guessed it. Bring the right knee to the right elbow. Reach it back. Again, right knee to right elbow. Extend it back on your own. We'll meet with the leg extended back. Lunge the right foot between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Let's climb onto the fingers. Start to square your hips forward. Draw the chest forward. And then we're going to reach your arms down the ribs. So palms either face each other or they face the floor. The shoulder blades, they glide down the back. The skin of that right hip starts to draw back. A few more breaths. Then let's come all the way up, crescent pose, reach to the sky. So I like to sink into the front knee by pressing the right calf to the right shin, softening the back leg and scoop the tailbone under so the frontal hip points lift. The outer hips frame in, the front ribs go down and in, so the back ribs lift up away from your kidneys. The sternum starts to lift away from all of that as the shoulders soften down. The arms get a little straighter, the triceps wrap forward. We breathe. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, hands come down to the ground and pause. Straighten your front leg. You're staying on the ball of the back foot. I want you to lift the front of your right foot up. So you're balancing on your right heel and the ball of your back foot. It's like a funky, wide-legged variation of pyramid pose. If you need to put your hands on blocks or books if you have them, that's always a nice option. We'll breathe. We're thinking about hugging the upper inner legs close together, the points of the thighs closest to the groin. So we'll set the right toes down. Cross your left foot on the back of your right ankle, so your feet are pinky toe to pinky toe. Take an inhale, glance out, climb onto the fingers. Exhale, fold in. Now walk your hands to the right. When you walk your hands to the right, you're going to feel this stretch across the outer left thigh, the IT band. If you want to intensify, magnify the sensations, you can always put a little bend in your right leg. Keep trying to pull the left hip back. We breathe. It's all about the inhales and the exhales. Walk your hands back to center. Let's lift the left leg up to the sky, standing splits. Walk your hands towards the right leg, get close, slide the right hand to the right, slide the left hand to the left, cup the floor with the fingers, and then dip your chest, your sternum towards the right shin bone. That's going to lift the front of the left leg. Just be mindful of the hips squaring towards the floor. That's what we're looking for. Take an inhale, lift the left leg higher. Exhale, set it next to right. Feet together, inhale, glance out. Exhale, step back to the top of a push-up. And let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So that looks great. We'll lift the left leg up and pause. Take a moment to dorsiflex the left foot. Work the left inner thigh to the sky. Then we bring the left knee to the nose. Shoulders are over the wrists. Then inhale, extend it back on your own. That's me with the leg extended back. Now we're going to bring the left knee under and across the body to the right elbow. Then inhale, extend it back on your own, another 30 seconds. So we're essentially just balancing out everything we started. Was me with the leg extended back. Now we're taking the left knee to the left elbow, then reaching it back on your own. You set the pace. We'll meet with the leg extended back. Lunge the left foot between the hands. Stand the ball of the back foot, climb onto the fingers, square the hips, draw the chest out in front of you, then you reach your arms down your ribs. We fire up the back leg, pressing the right thigh bone into the hamstring and pulling back the inner right heel. We crawl the shoulder blades, the scapulas, towards the sit bones. And come up crescent, reach to the sky. Pressing the left calf to the left shin, softening the back leg, recycling the tailbone under. Knitting the front ribs in, getting longer through the side waist by straightening the arms more. Take a big inhale, then exhale, hands come down and pause. Straighten your front leg. Lift the front of the left foot up. You can always have a little bend in the left leg. You can always put your hands on books or blocks. Whatever makes this more accessible. I know it's early in our practice to be doing a nice deep hamstring stretch, but if you bend the left leg to the degree that your body feels is appropriate, then you're in good shape. You're in good hands. We set the left toes down. You cross your right foot on the back of your left ankle, so your pinky toe to pinky toe. Inhale, glance out, heart forward. Exhale, fold, and walk your hands to the left. Again, if you want to amplify the sensation, put a bend in the left leg, draw the right hip back. Walk your hands back to center. Let's lift the right leg up to the sky, standing splits. Again, we walk our hands close towards the left leg. We take our arms wide off the mat onto the floor. We dip the chest, the sternum to the left shin bone. We're always leading with the hovering legs, inner thigh to the sky. Take an inhale, lift the right leg more. Exhale, set it next to left. Feet together. Inhale, glance out like we've been practicing. Exhale, fold forward like we rehearsed. This time, inhale, open the arms, rise to standing. Circle your arms overhead, palms kiss. Prayer in front of the heart. Surya Namaskar, inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're going to casually run through a few rounds of these. Let's come up high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, open the arms and rise. Exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's rise high on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, open the arms and rise. Exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Do one round on your own. Once you finish, we'll all meet in downward facing dog, regrouping there. Once you're in down dog, let's lift the right leg up to the sky. We'll bend the knee and open up the hip. This should feel really good in the front side of the right side body. Notice if your chest is kind of getting lopsided. Think about lifting your left armpit more. Come up high on your left toes. Bring the right knee to the nose, shoulders are over the wrists. Now, while you're here, I want you to keep the knee tightly to the chest. Lean forward more, bend your elbows halfway. Straighten the arms. Step your foot between the hands. Stand the ball to the back foot. Come up, crescent pose, reach to the sky. So, take your arms out to the sides like wings, palms face up. As the tail goes under, you may need to soften your back leg. I want you to start lifting your chest and slightly tilting your chin up. So you're creating a sense of camel pose, up dog, in the upper torso. Keep what you have. You're going to look forward. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, turn your chest to the right. So your left arm reaches forward, the right arm reaches back. The palms will face the right side wall. Every inhale, we grow taller, and every exhale, we twist more, finding the space. We breathe. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, left hand goes down to the ground. Turn the right hand down, reach over your head. So the right bicep should hang low, about an inch or two above the right cheekbone. The left upper outer arm is going to wrap back. The left thigh bone presses up. The right hip hides to the left. We're in it, guys. Generating all that energy, all that heat. Let's reach your right arm up. Take the right palm to your tailbone. Look 12 inches in front of you. Place your left fingers there. Take your back foot off of the ground for a variation of twisting half moon, Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. We're not in the full one yet. So stay heavy in your right big toe. That's going to be the balancing point. We straighten out the left leg as much as we can because it's not bearing any weight. So you're trying to stamp your left heel on the back wall. Again, always leading with the left inner thigh up to the sky. Now, keeping your hips in place, turn your chest to the sky, then reach your right arm up. Work to get the arms in line with the shoulders. We breathe. Chilling out in our twisting half moon. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, only set the right hand down. Walk your hands towards your right leg. We're going to go for a deeper version of standing splits. Take your right hand and form, hook it behind your right ankle and calf, and then try coasting your forehead towards the right shin bone. So this is the more traditional variation of Urdhva Prasrita Ekapadasana. Take your right hand, set it off to the floor. Take an inhale, lift the left leg more. Exhale, set it next to right. Feet together, inhale, glance out. But as you exhale, just fold, squat down your tiptoes. We're going to do crow pose, Bakasana. Feet together, knees wide. Wedge your triceps against the shin bones. Plant the palms about 4 or 6 inches out from the feet. Lean forward, chaturanga your arms. So elbow stack over wrists. Think cat pose in your upper spine. Yep. Maybe step back, shoot back, float back. Give it what you got. After you've taken the vinyasa, we will all meet in downward facing dog. Let's lift the left leg up. Let's bend the knee and open up the hip. Notice what the chest is doing. Think about lifting that right armpit more to square the torso. Come up high in the right toes. Bring the left knee to the nose. Shoulders are over the wrists. Pull the knee tightly to the chest. Lean forward. Chaturanga your arms. Straighten the arms. Step your foot through. Let's come up crescent. Find your balance. We take the arms out like wings, palms face up. Soften the back leg so you can scoop the tailbone under, looking for that posterior tilt. Then you can find that extension of the upper spine, a tilting of the chin and head back. Keep what you have, look forward, take an inhale, and as you exhale, turn your chest to the left. So the right arm's reaching towards the front, the left arm is reaching towards the back. We always think about, when we're in these twists, about getting longer through the spinal column before we look for the twist. It's not like we're just slouching and then crunching into the twist. Always looking for space and elongation. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, right hand goes down. Turn the left hand down, reach over your head. So the left bicep's going to hang low. Notice if there's like this almost C shape in your spine, this lateral flexion in the spine. Instead, get longer through the sides of your waist so the spine gets strained out a bit. We breathe. Let's reach your left arm up, left palm to the tailbone, sacrum area. Look 12 inches in front of you, set your right fingers there, take your back foot off of the ground. So feel with that left palm what your hips are doing. Is one higher than the other? See if you can level them out. As you turn the chest, then you reach the left arm up. Take a big inhale, and exhale, only set your left hand down. Walk your hands towards the left leg, get close. Take your left hand and form, hook it behind the left ankle and calf. Draw your forehead in towards the left shin bone, standing splits. A more full expression. Take the left hand, set it to the floor. Inhale, lift the right leg more. Exhale, set it next to left. Feet together. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, just fold, squat down to the tiptoes. Second round of our crow bakasana. So feet together, knees wide. Wedge the triceps against the shins. Plant the palms. Lift the butt. Chaturanga the arms. Elbow stacks over wrist. One or both feet lift. Remember, think of cat pose in the upper back. That helps you get the arms straighter. Nice, Daniel. Step back, shoot back, float back. After the vinyasa, we will all meet in downward facing dog. So before we go anywhere else, let's take an inhale through the nose, holding at the very top. Out of the mouth. Let's get high in the toes, bend the knees, look forward, exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand up. Same exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, folds. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So today, instead of lifting your leg up behind you, stay in down dog and just step the right foot forward. Back heel down. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down. We step back. We lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Again, just step the left foot forward. Back heel down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands come down. We step back. We lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Got another round coming. Let's get high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand, prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just step the right foot forward. Inhale, rise, warrior pose. Exhale, hands come down. Let's step back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just step the left foot forward. Inhale, rise, warrior A. Exhale, hands come down. Let's step back. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale through your nose, holding at the peak. Out of the mouth. Let's step your feet together. Let's drift to plank. Kick both heels to the right. Send the left arm up, side arm balance, Vashisthasana. If you need to modify this, you can always drop your right knee to the floor underneath your right hip for more support. Otherwise, we dorsiflex the feet. We keep the big toes touching, the heels separate just a little bit. Pull the right hip back. Draw the left hip towards the left a little bit. This is going to help keep the hips stacked on top of each other. Now take the top arm, reach it overhead. Let's reach the left arm up. Left hand down, top of a push-up. Pause, switch sides, both heels to the left, send the right arm up. You can always modify and drop the left knee down. Otherwise, we're here flexing the feet, connecting the big toes, separating the heels. Scooping the tailbone down, drawing the left hip to the left, the right hip a little bit to the right, taking the top arm and reaching it over your head. Reach the right arm up. Right hand comes down, top of a push-up, pause. We're not out of the jungle yet. So, draw on the belly, scoop the tailbone towards the inner thighs, a little rounding in the lower back. Now keep what you have, get your knees to hover an inch above the floor, and then exaggerate the tailbone scooping towards the knees. Yep. If your body trembles a little bit, you know you're working the low belly even more. Straighten the legs, and downward facing dog. Let's lift the right leg up, lunge the right foot between the hands, stay on the ball of the back foot, come up crescent pose. So we'll take the right arm and drop it over the top of the right shoulder. Then you'll take your left hand and press first on the right elbow, and then press the elbow down the back. Then you're going to take the left arm from below your lower back and see if you can hook your fingers together. If you can't hook your fingers together, you can always use a towel, a strap, a shirt, whatever's available. You can even hold on to your own shirt if you're wearing one. Notice how that left arm is pressing against your back ribs, which thrusts the front ribs forward. I want you to take the front ribs in a little bit, so there's some counter resistance of that left arm pressing against the back ribs and vice versa. It's just like this friction happening. Breathe. Let's reach the arms up, untangling them. Take the hands at prayer. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So first things first, we want to get the elbows stacked. This way we can apply more pressure with our top hand down into the bottom. And when we do that, you'll find your thumbs closest to the heart center, the sternum. Take the right hip, hide it to the left. If you want more, you can open your arms. You can always wrap it up, whatever feels appropriate for your practice. Everybody's body is a little different. Now you're going to feel this in the legs. You're going to use the legs. Think crescent, come all the way up, reach to the sky. So now we're going to take our arms out in front of us like we're going to hug someone. Right elbow under the left elbow. Intertangle, go palm to palm like Daniel, or knuckle to knuckle. If that's not available, just hug yourself. Lift the elbows up, draw the forearms away. Then you can find a little upper back bend. A little cow pose in the chest. Keep the eagle. Look forward, lean forward, all the weight in the right foot, left foot lifts, warrior three with eagle arms. Again, this is a balancing pose, so you want to stay heavy, heavy in the big toe of that right foot. Microscopic bend in the right knee. Active in the quads. Now, keep what you have without touching the left foot to the ground. Stand up, bend the left knee into your chest. You probably guessed it. We're going to do full eagle. So you're going to bend the right leg, cross your left knee over the right. Maybe you can hook the left foot behind the right calf. If it doesn't hook, it's no big deal. If you want extra lean over your left quadriceps, you're just kind of cradling your rib cage around the top of the left thigh. Garuda Asana. Then on an inhale, stand up, and as you exhale, set the left foot next to right. Relax your arms by your sides. Shake it out. Let's all turn to the left. Open your legs wide, about 4.5 feet apart. Take your arms out to the sides like airplane wings. Turn your right toes to the right or to the front of your mat. Bend the right knee to 90 degrees. We set up front heel to back heel and let your back foot turn in at about 10 degrees. Press the left thigh bone into the hamstring. Let your inner right thigh travel forward. Your outer right hip hugs in. The tailbone scoops under. The front ribs go in. Notice if your torso is leaning too far forward or too far back. Get your torso stacked directly over the hips. So you're lining up the long axis of bones, your entire spine over the pelvis. From here, reach both arms to the sky. Drop the right arm over the top of the right shoulder again. Left hand catches the right elbow, pushes it down the back. Then we go for the full thing. Left arm goes below the lower back. Maybe we hook the fingers. Maybe we use a shirt, a towel, whatever's available. Now, keeping what you have, I want you to start leaning your torso back so that you're creating this lateral stretch. So you're leaning your torso towards the left foot. Opening up the right ribs, serratus, intercostal muscles. Come back to warrior two. So we'll reach your arms towards your left wall, and you're going to do eagle again. Right elbow under the left, intertangle. Go palm to palm, knuckle to knuckle, lift the elbows up, pull the forearms away, and then sink deeper in that front knee. Oh, the legs are going to cook today. Come back to warrior two, untangle. Turn your right palm up, reach it up, drop the left hand to left thigh, then exhale, windmill your hands down to the ground. Let's get out of there, step back to plank. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. That was a good one. I was gonna burn the legs right off. So let's inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, lunge the foot between the hands. Let's come up, crescent pose, reach to the sky. So we know where we're going. We'll take the left arm and drop it over the top of the left shoulder. We'll take the right hand, hold on to the left elbow and push it down the back. Then you go for the full bind. The right arm goes below the lower back. It creeps up and maybe you hook the fingers, maybe use a prop of some kind. The front ribs hug in, so the back ribs push against that right arm. Don't be discouraged if one side is tighter than the other. This side for me is the tightest side. It's the one that's most resistant. There's like this skeletal and muscular congestion in my body on this side. We reach the arms up, untanga, ouchie. We reach the arms forward, left elbow under the right, intertangle, go palm to palm or knuckle to knuckle. Lift the elbows up, pull the forearms away. Maybe you find the upper back bend. Now, you're going to look forward. Keep the eagle, lean forward. Right foot lifts off. We're in flight. Heavy in that left big toe. Stamp the right heel on the back wall. Level the hips out. And like we did before, without touching the right foot to the ground, stand up, bend the right knee into the chest. Bend the left leg, cross the right knee over the left. Maybe you can hook your right foot behind the left calf. Maybe you crouch and lower your chest over the right quad. It's completely up to you. Let's inhale, stand up. As you exhale, set the right foot next to left, untangle, unravel. That's it, Daniel. Let's all turn to the right, open the legs wide, 4.5 feet apart. Take the arms out to the sides like wings. Turn your left toes to the front of your space. Bend the left knee to 90. So these aren't really long sequences, but they're long holds. And what this entails is not only having the mental capacity to kind of forge through it, but we want to make sure the alignment, the structure is right. So the stance is wide enough so the left thigh is parallel with the floor. Then we set up front heel to back heel, and your back foot turns in a little bit. The right thigh bone presses into the hamstring. The tailbone starts to go under. The left inner thigh leads forward. The outer left hip hugs in. We reach both arms up to the sky. We drop the left arm over the top of the left shoulder. Again, the right hand catches the left elbow and pushes it down. Then we go for the full wrap. We breathe. Just submerging ourselves into this posture, using our own body weight and gravity in our advantage. Come back to warrior two. Reach your arms towards the right. We're going to wrap it up against the left elbow under right, intertangle, palm to palm, knuckle to knuckle, or just hug yourself. Pull the forearms towards the right, away from you. Sit deeper into your stance. Come back to warrior two. Turn the left palm up, reach it up, drop the right hand to right thigh. Then exhale, windmill the hands down to the ground. We step back, we lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a big inhale through the nose. Hold your breath at the top. Out of the mouth. Lower your knees, take child's pose, sit on the heels, forehead to the earth, catch your breath. We've been just going and going and going from the start. Take a moment to settle. Extend your arms forward. Let's come onto all fours, your hands and knees. Cross one ankle over the other. Sit behind your feet. Swoop your legs through to the front. Extend your legs straight out in front of you for a moment. Reach your arms forward in front of you. So the belly goes in, the chest lifts. I want you to lift your right foot an inch off the ground. Now try to elongate your right leg further than the left. It's going to feel all kinds of interesting. It's going to be like, ow. Now you're going to lift your right heel higher than your left big toe. For me, that's like an impossibility. And then again, elongate that right leg forward. You're like, why is this so hard? I'm barely lifting my leg at all. And then keep what you have, switch sides. Right foot down, lift the left foot just an inch. Extend that left leg longer. Trying to make you all taller. Lift the left heel as high or higher than the right big toe, and again, get longer. And set it down. Relax the arms for a moment. Scoot even further forward. Bend your knees. Set your feet on the floor. Reach your arms out in front of you again. Weight in the sit bones. Lift your feet up the level of the knees. Inner thighs start to roll down. Chest lifts more. On an inhale, lower the whole body 2 inches from the ground. Straighten the legs. Exhale, come back up, bend the knees to the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, shut. Inhale, extension. Exhale, close. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Hold here with your legs extended out. Breathing. Point your right leg to the sky. Then switch. Left leg. Then switch. And switch. On your own, scissoring with control. I know you guys probably all thought, oh my God, we're going to cool down. This is great, Tamal. And then boom. Go right into the core work. Keep what you have. Let's meet with both legs pointing up to the sky. Reach your arms to the sky. Now lift the shoulders higher. Lower both legs 2 inches from the ground. Reach your arms back. Hover here. Palms face each other for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees to your chest. Let's cup the sides of your head with your hands. Elbows are wide. Bicycle crunches. Opposite elbow to opposite knee for the next half a minute. You set the pace. Hold your right elbow to your left knee. Do 5 little crunches there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch on your own, isolating your obliques. Hug your knees to your chest. Now we cool down. Set your feet on the floor, heels to the butt. Plant the palms. Let's lift the hips. Bridge pose. You can interlace your fingers underneath your back. Tuck the upper arm bones underneath you. If you want a deeper back bend, take upward bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Take a big inhale, lift a little bit more, then exhale, come on down. Open your feet wide to the edges of your mat and let your knees knock together. Let the sacrum broaden, everything settle. Round 2, set your feet back on the mat, hips width apart. Plant the palms, lift the hips, bridge or upward bow. Take an inhale, lift a little more, then exhale, come on down. Hug the knees to the chest. Let's take happy baby. Arms go split between your legs. You hold onto the outer edges of your feet. Pull your knees down by your ribs. Feet are wider than hips. If you can't grab the outer edges of your feet, you can always grab your ankles or the backs of the knees. Try sinking your sacrum down, drawing the belly in, plugging the shoulder blades into the upper back so you widen the front side of the sternum, the collarbones, the front of the shoulders. Hug the knees to the chest. Let's start to rock up and down till you get enough momentum that you're at seated. Once you're at seated, extend the legs out in front of you, grab a hold of your butt, move your glutes out of the way, move the bottoms of your thighs out of the way. Inhale, reach your arms up. Then exhale, hinge and fold forward, Paschimottanasana. If you can touch your feet, hold the outer edges of your feet and pull that back as you press the inner edges of your feet forward. From here you can sit up. Let's bring the soles of your feet together. Hold on to your feet, pull your heels in towards your groin. Take an inhale, lift the chest, then exhale, fold. Use your elbows to push your knees to the ground. I like to pull my chest past the toes and see how that feels. From here you can sit up. So we'll lean into your right hip so your left hip comes up, and that's going to create an opening so you can swing the left leg around to the back for pigeon pose. Once you extend the left leg back behind you, if you need to roll up a towel or if you have a block sticking underneath your right hamstring, is always a good option to level the hips out. We'll be here for a good minute. Let's come onto your hands. You're going to take the left leg that's behind you and just swing it around to the front. And then we go into the other side. Swing the right leg around to the back, however you want to get there. If you need a prop, use a prop. Winding down. Come onto the hands. Take the right leg that's behind you and swing it around to the front. Extend both legs out in front of you for a moment. Shake the legs out. And scoot forward, lay on your back. Let's hug the right knee into your chest. Send your right arm out to the right, palm up. Look to the right, twist the right knee across the body to the left. If you need to pick your hips up and scoot them to the right a bit more, that's always a nice option. Switch sides. knee into your chest. Hug both knees into your chest. Place your forehead to the knees. Let's take a very big inhale and hold your breath. Squeeze everything, all tension, all stress into one tight little ball. Let it all go. Sprawl open. Shavasana. You've arrived. So we're just using the next couple of moments and minutes in our practice to decompress. Softening the joints, softening the face. Creating this space where it breathes the feeling of restoration. A repairing from all tension, all anxiety, all thoughts, ideas, and opinions. A restoring of our tissue. A full reboot. Rest. Jayatam Srimate Katyani Devi Dasi Kribabdaye Patitanam Bando Radha Krishna Parakamala Devi Jaya Jaya Namo Namo Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pacharane Nivasesha Sunyavade Vaskachare Siddharane Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Te Namane Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namane Gora Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasade Gora Bhakta Vrindam Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjavihari Gopijana Vallabha Giri Varadari Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vachare. Together, take a big inhale through your nose. Hold your breath. Let it go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bring movement back to the body. With your eyes still shut, roll over to whatever side you like. And with your eyes still closed, let's come up to seated. Sit up tall, take your hands at prayer in front of the heart. Follow your breath. We hear this word, being successful. And so many people have a different opinion about it. Some people look at having a great job, making a lot of money as a sign of success. Others think about going to a university and getting a degree as a sign of success. Others think about having a perfect family and relationship. But ultimately, we want different levels of material success in the hopes that it's going to satisfy one thing, our craving for happiness, to be fulfilled. Nobody wants to be successful but feel crappy or empty. We do these things because we are hoping that it is going to fill a void within our heart. The irony is, they say somewhere like 70% of the world is unhappy, depressed, dissatisfied. The majority of the world are focusing on material sources of happiness, and it isn't working, and it's continually being done generation after generation. So that should lead us to wonder, why isn't this working? Is there something else? In the path of yoga, they say the way we become truly successful is understanding, who am I? What is my purpose? Why do I exist? On the deepest level, the spiritual level. To ultimately understand, I am not my body. I'm not a material being. Nor will material things fill that void. I'm a spiritual being. I need to serve and love another spiritual being. I need to connect with God. Food for thought. Take a big inhale. Hold your breath. Let it go. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for practicing with myself and Daniel. Hope you're enjoying these classes on BODHI.